a center for LGBT students on our campus. I do work with that director and ensure that we have programs available to educate our campus on the needs of those students and on the issues that they face sometimes in working with other students and faculty on our campus. We are very supportive of faculty as well, who are LGBT faculty. So we, we are a public university. We need to meet the needs of all of our students, and we need to have safe and inclusive environments for our students. Support for these programs is always a challenge, as it is for any program that serves a specific group of students or a specific interest for faculty. So that's also an issue we try to address through student support and also support directly from the university.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Go ahead. About this?
There.
Okay. We have a question from the internet. How much do you know about MSU as a university and New Mexico in general? And where do you see the university, i.e. students, faculty, and staff, in the next 5 to 10 years?
Thank you, that's an excellent question. And we have, New Mexico State is, I certainly am aware of the state and have been in the state, but I haven't spent a lot of time in the state. I've been to Santa Fe. I was here for a conference a couple of years ago. While I was there, I had an opportunity to visit the wonderful art galleries and see all of the opportunities to learn about Native culture and art that you can find just by being on the streets of Santa Fe. And I also visited, of course, the wonderful Georgia O'Keeffe Art Museum there. And that has been my physical experience with New Mexico before coming here. But I've tried to learn quite a lot before I came here. And I was saying to a few folks at dinner last night that one of the exciting things about coming to New Mexico State is to understand the state in its basic history of our United States as a nation and in its future. New Mexico State has housed physically some of the very first human beings who have occupied North America. We know that the Clovis Indian communities were here, many in prehistoric times. The Anasazi, a very mysterious group of native peoples that a number of anthropologists have studied, and others were also here in New Mexico. We have the large Pueblo and Navajo Native American populations here, which make it an extremely diverse and dynamic community with the opportunities for interchange among several communities. New Mexico State itself is a Hispanic-serving land-grant institution. It is the only one in the nation. This is a huge opportunity to take the growing Hispanic population in our nation and offer opportunities for access to higher education so that those communities can enjoy all of the prosperity and the opportunities for intellectual and cultural development that are here in the United States for all of our citizens to enjoy. And New Mexico also has several research laboratories that are here. The San Diego Laboratory, the Los Alamos Laboratory, that brings tremendous brain power to the state and also opportunity for connections with researchers here at the university. And then there's the NASA Space Grant Program, which has offered opportunities for our faculty to do research that is related to the NASA program. I read recently about the moon exploration that is being done by faculty members in astronomy, along with undergraduate students who are contributing to that work. So in many ways, New Mexico State represents our history and our future in every aspect, from ancient cultures that have been here to our opportunities for a future in space. So who wouldn't want to consider some kind of opportunity here at a great land-grant institution? The other, New Mexico State University itself has this wonderful connection with the community colleges that are part of the system. That creates an opportunity to bring students through the system who either are not able to travel to Las Cruces initially and can need to do the first couple of years of their education at another location. There's distance programs that also provide that opportunity for students at those centers or even on our travel reservations where there are opportunities for students to receive education by distance. So New Mexico State University has a way to get students to the university through several different portals, and that's a very exciting opportunity too. You've heard so much talk nowadays about the need for America to meet our future promise to be competitive, to create the leaders for the 21st century. Our great public universities need to do that. New Mexico State University is very well positioned to do that, and we have a dynamic faculty and some wonderful facilities and good state support that's going to make that possible. So all of that has made this a very attractive opportunity for me.
Thank you. And to ask you a follow-up question, this one came over the internet. What are your feelings regarding articulation of courses from the community colleges to the Las Cruces campus here at MSU?
Well, I haven't had a chance to study all of the articulation agreements that we currently have with the community colleges. But I do know this, that it's extremely important that we work in a cooperative way with the community colleges so that students, when they enter a program in the community college, have an understanding of what the very clear path is for them to proceed through their community college program onto the university if that's what they wish to do. That takes work of the faculty, along with the administration, helping support that work. Faculty need to work with faculty at the community colleges to assure that we have programs that cooperate and work with one another. To give you an example of this, at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, we just adopted a new general education program called the Achievement Centered Education Program. And to assure that that program was going to be one that we could also coordinate with our community colleges, we sent faculty and our Dean of Undergraduate Studies to our primary feeder colleges who met with faculty on those campuses, and those faculty are working together with our faculty to develop curricula at the community colleges that will work in a coordinated way with our general education program. So it's extremely important work. It's work that is very beneficial to students and is going to make for a more coherent and cohesive academic program for our colleges and community colleges as well.
Thank you. Evangelina? And could you wait for a microphone?
NMSU over the last few years has had a problem with transparency here on this campus with administration and also our Board of Regents. And so I want to know how much are you going to be willing to stand up to the Board of Regents and create a system of transparency here on this campus?
Well, it's very important as a public institution to be as open as possible about your processes. And I think that communication is an extremely important component of that. I think as the new university president, I would want to make sure I have the opportunity to travel all across the state and find out what the citizens of New Mexico are thinking about this university, what the various centers that operate in conjunction with the university believe are part of the university's mission and how we are contributing to that, and to understand how they think they are operating in conjunction with the university. We have to be clear about how we spend our money. We have to be clear about where students' tuition goes and what it's supporting. We have to be clear about what our scholarship opportunities are for students. We have to be clear about how our departments manage their budgets within the university. This is all part of being fiscally responsible as a university to the public taxpayers of New Mexico, and also to the students who are paying tuition for those programs. So that's all absolutely critically important. Every now and then there are matters, personnel matters, there's one category of matters where for the protection of the individuals involved, one has to be very careful about how one is revealing information that might harm or change lives in certain ways. One has to be responsible about that too. But open communication is always, in my view, the best policy, and that's one that I would pursue as president of this university.